What is up, everybody? It's Justin Gaming here. So today I wanted to talk to you about Sony Bend's brand new exclusive coming to the PS4, and that is of course Days Gone. So we saw at Sony's E3 2016 press conference, one of the games they showed was Days Gone. They showed a cinematic trailer and also a gameplay demo. So right now the game has been getting kind of a mixed reception because on one hand people are saying that it looks really good and they're making a lot of comparisons to games like Uncharted or The Last of Us because it's a third-person shooter, action-adventure game like that. And on the other hand, some people are saying, oh, it's your typical zombie shooter game like that, and this game isn't going to be doing very well. So I'm kind of in the middle right now because on one hand, it does look like it has a lot of potential. From what we've seen of the story trailer, it definitely looks like they're putting a huge emphasis on the story. So not just gameplay, they're also going to put emphasis on the story. And on the other hand, yeah, I do kind of agree with some people because from the gameplay demo that we saw, it looks like you're just going to be upgrading your weapons and then shooting zombies, surviving, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm definitely intrigued about this game. I want to see more before I can make my final decision on it. I definitely will get it when it comes out because I am into all the PlayStation exclusives. So yeah, I'm definitely interested about Days Gone, but I want to see more about this game. Okay, so now I want to get into the story, gameplay, and presentation for Days Gone. Let's start off with the story. Days Gone takes place in a post-apocalyptic setting 2 years after the outbreak has taken place, and basically now the outbreak killed almost all of humanity, but also transformed millions of other people into the Freakers. That's what the developers are calling their zombie-like creatures. They're calling them Freakers. So right now there's two types of Freakers that we know. There's the Newts and the Hordes. From what I know, I think the Hordes are basically the regular Freakers that are just chasing you, and the Newts are the smaller ones that like hunt individually, I believe. So yeah, those are the two Freakers, the two types of Freakers. And yeah, so the character we're playing as, his name is Deacon St. John, and in the trailer we basically found out that he was a former drifter, a bounty hunter, and then he decides to basically, instead of living in the wilderness encampments with the rest of humanity, he decides to live by himself, a dangerous life on the road, because he prefers to do that as opposed to staying in the wilderness encampments. So basically, yeah, that's the story that we know for Days Gone so far. It's pretty interesting. Let's get into the gameplay, which I think is definitely really cool. So this game is open world, and basically it allows you to, there's also a crafting system. So by finding materials in the open world, you can use those to craft items for your survival. So for example, in the gameplay demo we see things, you can collect materials and make things like Molotovs, basically stuff, and like trap bombs and stuff like that, basically to help you survive against the Freakers. So I think that's definitely really cool. I feel like they took a bit of influence from The Last of Us, because Last of Us also did have a crafting system that was quite successful where you can make things like sugar bombs, Molotovs, nail bombs, everything like that, and melee weapons too. So I think that's really cool. The gameplay does look really cool because I think I did read something how basically the time of day does affect how the zombies react and stuff too. So I'm not really sure about that right now, but it does look really interesting. So finally, I want to move on to the presentation. Now the presentation of Days Gone does look pretty good. I definitely wouldn't say it's like as good as games like Uncharted 4, because as you know, Uncharted 4 is one of the best looking games, if not the best game, on the PS4. So yeah, Days Gone does look cool, but although I wouldn't say graphically it's at the same level as games like Uncharted 4, but nonetheless it does look really cool. One thing I did notice with the gameplay demo that we saw is the sound effects that they had weren't very good. I feel like the gun sounds definitely need to have some work done, because it did sound like, I'm not really sure how to describe the sound, but part of it makes me feel like it sounds kind of plasticky. I'm not really sure, but like, yeah, I just don't like the sound of the guns. I think they need to put some work into that. But generally, the presentation for Days Gone is really cool because they're able to fit like hundreds and hundreds of freakers on the screen all at one time, and this is definitely really hard for a company to do. But yeah, I feel like they did a good job. Judging from just the gameplay demo that we saw, I think they did a good job because the game's still able to run pretty good, even with all these NPCs on the screen all at once. So yeah, okay, yeah. So that's basically all I want to tell you about Days Gone. I will be covering this game on my channel up until its release, so if you're looking forward to this game, please subscribe down below. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think about Days Gone, if you think it's going to be the next flagship franchise for Sony, or if you think it's going to be another disappointment, because it is another zombie game. So yeah, let me know all those down below in the comments, and for now, thank you a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.